Hello, everybody. We're on our way back home from Maryland. And Jeanette, tired, sleep as usual. There's Mary. I think she's sleeping too. But I had an amazing time in Maryland. I have to give a shout out to Katricia and Robert for your hospitality. Y'all were amazing. Wanda, Lamont, meeting y'all for the first time. It was amazing. And Crystal, meeting y'all for the first time. I enjoyed y'all company and looking forward to many more times spending time with y'all. Melinda and Gerald, always great seeing y'all as well. It was definitely an extremely powerful meeting of the minds as we came together for the love of God. But I want to tap on something else different. My word for today is preparation. We need to prepare. And the only way is to prepare, we have to be aware of the enemy's attack and how the enemy will attack us. There's two ways that the enemy will attack us: through temptation or by a full-blown attack. But the only way that he can't come at us is that to stop us, we have to be real with ourselves. Because denial is the greatest weapon that the enemy will use against you. That one thing that they have you
Watch
in
out,
denial
vehicle
about
stopped on shoulder ahead.
is that one thing that they'll use against you the most. Like, people say that you're mean, or say that you may be a little arrogant. Now you say, no, people just don't understand me. They don't understand the way I come. This is the way I speak. They just don't understand me. But you might be a little bit. You may say that little people may say that you're quick-tempered. You say, no, I'm not quick-tempered. People just piss me off. Oh. And these are the things that some people are in denial about that the enemy will use against you. These are the things that they use to tempt you, to get you off track. These are those strongholds that the enemy uses to pull at you at will. As long as the enemy can continue to tempt you, they can continue. You are no longer a threat to them, because at any given time, they can get you to go off course, off your path, by using that one thing that they can always tempt you with, whether it's your temper, whether it's porn, or anything that holds you. So you have to be real with yourself. You have to realize what your strongholds are, what it is what your weakness is. Once you get real with yourself and realize what your weakness is, you'll be able to fight against the enemy's attack, because now you know where the enemy will be coming at you. So the enemy will come at you with hurt, with pain, different levels of that, because the enemy knows more about us than we do. They know our strongholds. They know who we're supposed to be. They know the reason why we're created. They know what God wants to do with us. Their goal is to stop us from becoming that person that God wants us to be, because this is the person that they fear. This is the person that they can no longer tempt. And this is the person that they will soon have to attack. And they attack because they want to test to know if you realize that you already won. They want to know, do you know that you already won the battle that you're fighting for? Because if you realize that you already won, then you realize that there's nothing to fight for. All you have to do is stand still and claim your victory. Because the battle that you're fighting for, God has already fought. You have already won. Before you even realize that there was a problem, God has already seen it. He already fought the battle. He sent his angels and won. All you got to do is walk through. But the enemy's going to put down this temptation in front of you. They're going to put these storms in front of you to detour you, to make you step off your path or turn around back to the person that you used to be. And that's what the enemy wants. They want you to continue to go back to the person that you used to be instead of moving forward into the person that you was meant to be. So you must realize that you have to let go of everything that you are, everything that you've done, everything that you have. You have to let go of it, all of it, to become what God created you to be. If you hold on to emotions, you can't hold on to certain emotions from the past and hold on to God. Because there's no room for your past emotions and God. They can't exist in the same place. Once you bring on the presence of God within your life, there'll be no room for hate. There'll be no room for anger. There'll be no room for anxiety. Because one of the main issues that a lot of us have is trust. We fail to trust God, regardless of how many times he done got you past all these situations that you've been in. And still, you stand. Everything that you've been through, don't believe. How much more do God have to get you through for you to realize that you're always going to get through it? So, what is there to worry about? Why are you stressing over the situation that God has already won for you? You pray for things and you still worry about it, but you say that you're giving the situation over to God. How have you given the situation over to God if you're still worrying about the thing that you prayed for? Your worry, your doubt is not what activates God's power in your life. What activates God's power is your faith, your belief, your trust. These are the things that activates God's power in your life, and it makes things to happen into your life. It will bring you way further beyond the things that he have already predestined for you to have. You can have way more than what you have right now if you only trust and believe that God has already gotten this for you. It's already predestined. It's already yours. All you have to do is claim it. And you claim it by letting go of the person that you are. Whatever you are right now, you have to let that person go. That person no longer exists, because the person that is meant to exist is the person that God created you to be. And what's happened, that even there's so many different stories within the Bible that pretty much co-signs on that. The one I'll go with is Mark 4, 35 to 41, which talks about when Jesus calmed the waters. Now, the regular story behind that is that Jesus told the disciples, "Come, let's go to the other side." The disciples followed Jesus. They went in the boat, and there was a storm. Now, we'll stop there for a minute. Now, Jesus told his disciple, "Come, let's go to the other side." But for them to follow Jesus, they had to let go of everything that they was, everything that they worked for, everything that they are, to the other side, which is unfamiliar territory, somewhere where they have never been. Because that is what God wants to do. He wants to take you to somewhere where you have never been. But just as he got on the boat, there was a storm, which is how the enemy operates. They're going to put that storm there because they know what's on the other side. So they're going to put that storm in your path to make you want to go back to the person that you used to be, to back to everything that you used to stand for, because they don't want you going to the other side, where your destiny is, where your purpose is, and where Jesus is taking you. They don't want you to go where Jesus is taking you. So now, when that storm happened, even though Jesus was right there on the boat, they panicked, woke him up and said, do you want us to perish? Now let's go there again. Right now, y'all going through some type of storm in some way. Even though Jesus is right there with you, you're still panicking. You're still panicking, knowing that Jesus is right there with you because you think that he is sleeping on you. You think Jesus is sleeping on you when he has the whole situation under control. He already knew that storm was coming, which is why he was able to peacefully sleep, because he knew about the storm and he knows the power that he has. And with a couple of words, he knew that he could be able to calm that storm. But you're panicking, knowing that he's there, knowing the power of your God, and you're still going to panic. Understand the power of your God. Understand the strength that you have. Recognize who you have with you. Recognize who you have with you and the power that he has. When you start leaning on your own understanding, when you start to try to do things on your own power, when God is more than capable of handling everything that you have, he says, lean not on your own understanding. Cast all of your worries on me. Not part of it, all of them. Because he can handle all of your problems. He needs you to realize that every single thing that you're going through, he can handle. He's waiting on you. He's waiting on you to lean on him. To give all your pain, all your worry, all your doubt, all your frustrations onto him. Now, let's continue. Now, after they woke Jesus up, he calmed the waters, said, peace, be still. And the waters calmed. And the storm was over. Just with his simple word, calm the waters. And turned to ask them, why were you afraid? So let me ask you, why are you afraid? Why are you worried? Why are you stressing over your situation when God is right there? Understand who you have. Understand who has always been there for you. Who has always came through for you. Understand and remember your history with God. And you'll understand that there's nothing to worry about. And once you realize that there's nothing to worry about, and you start to trust in the power of your God, that is when you will obtain peace like you never felt before. That's my message for today. Have a blessed one.